Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 421 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I have these Revele textured silicone blending sponges that I got from the Dollar Tree. First off, this is really cute packaging and especially that I got it at the Dollar Tree too. It doesn't even look like that's where I would have gotten this from. And because I got this from the Dollar Tree, it was only $1 for 2 of these. So basically it's like 50 cents, a little applicator thing. So these, they have sparkles in them and they're silicone, but they have this kind of indented shape, which I think is supposed to make it easier to hold because it says you apply it with this side. So you have like the pointy part and the rounded part, but this is very hard. So, very interested to see if this is actually going to work. So I'm going to try applying my foundation. But so it says, the Revele textured silicone blending sponge is made from hypoallergenic silicone and doesn't absorb makeup like a traditional blender, using less product and no waste. Its specially designed micro-textured surface picks up and applies makeup that is perfectly blended. So we're gonna find out if that's true. So I'm going in with L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation, which is a very liquid foundation. So I figured it would be a good one to test this applicator out with. So I'm just gonna take a little bit onto the applicator and we'll see how it does. It says it's supposed to make it perfectly blended. It's like, I forget about how it doesn't absorb any product because I'm like, why isn't it blending out the way I'm used to? But no, it's like you have to actually spread it to blend it. It's definitely taking a lot longer to blend out than my typical blender sponges. Whoa. But the texture of this on my chin right now is actually looking pretty flawless. So already on my channel, I've tried out from this same brand, Revele. I've tried out their silicone sponges that were like the clear kind that were a little bit more squishy. This one is way harder than those ones. So the instructions say to blend it out and then bounce it on the skin. And actually, when I'm doing that bouncing technique, it's actually really working to make it look like a flawless, perfectly blended finish. And let's see how this shape does. Like, I'm actually able to get into the small crevices with the pointy part, so that's actually working out fine. It's just like, it's so hard on my skin that I don't want to press down too hard, especially around my eye area. So I feel like this wouldn't be very good to use for under eye products. But so far this is working really well. But yeah, so the other silicone sponges I've tried from this brand did not give a perfectly blended finish. It kind of left like almost paint strokes kind of look. But whereas this one is supposedly textured, maybe I'll be able to get more of a natural finish. But gosh, this takes patience. But I will say the level of coverage that I'm getting right now is the same as I usually get with this foundation. So it's giving me good, almost full coverage, which is the same as how it would look if I was using my beauty sponges. It's like, it's such a process. So when I first apply the product, it starts to look pretty terrible, but you really have to work at it. Wow, yeah, to cover my whole face and get the amount of coverage that I'm looking for, I still have a lot of extra product on the back of my hand. I had to use way less product to do my whole face than I normally would with the sponges that I use. And so I really tried my absolute best to really be patient and blend this in as best as I could to really give it a fair chance. And I will say, it looks a lot better with this silicone sponge than it does with the other silicone sponges that I tried, which if you want to see the video that I'm talking about, I will link that down below. So it looks decent, but it does still look a little bit cakey, especially along my hairline. And if you really look up close, you can see still some of those kind of brush stroke textures. So it does just look a little bit cakey, where I do still feel like I would need to use a dampened sponge to just go on top of it and really finish off and perfect where it does still look a little bit cakey and dry. But for the most part, this is actually performing really well. I love the coverage and I love that it saved me a lot of product. So I could definitely see using a product like this if you had a lot of time to commit to doing your foundation, to just go over the entire face, blend it out, get nice smooth coverage for the most part, but then just finish off those areas where it's a little bit harder to blend, like the hairline and where it looks a little extra cakey because of dryness. Go over that with the dampened sponge and I think I'd be good to go. Like, I'm very impressed with how the foundation is sitting on top of my pores, because I have large pores along my cheeks and my nose, and they are looking very smooth. And this really did do a great job of blending out the product in that area. So let me do a zoomed in view so that you can see how this really looks up close. I wish that this could have given me a perfect blend, but it's not quite there. But that's okay, this was still really fun to try. And if you've tried this before, I would love to know in the comments down below your thoughts on it. And if you found this better than any other sponges or any other silicone sponges, because I know I found this better than the other silicone sponges. So I am glad to see some improvements in the design of this. So maybe if they come out with a third version, it will be absolutely perfect, because this right here was already such a huge improvement. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.